Welcome to the University of North Georgia Political Science and International Affairs Department's YouTube channel. In this segment of our Meet Our Alumni series, you'll have the opportunity to meet Rio Clara, Brazil native, Maria Bortolucci-Lao. Maria left UNG in May of 2021 with her degree in International Affairs with a Latin America concentration. Her undergraduate career culminated with her being awarded PSIA's David Potter Award, given to this graduating senior with the highest GPA within the International Affairs program. We are chatting with Maria today to bring you up to date on her career path since graduation, a path which was formally recognized by the UNG Alumni Association's Young Alumni Board, recently named her to the 2024 20 Under 40 class. We'll get more details on that in a bit, but first let's meet Maria. Good afternoon, Maria, and congratulations on your recent honor from the Alumni Association.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you.
To start us off, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Who exactly is Maria Bortolucci-Lao, and how did she get to her current position in life?
I am originally from Brazil and I moved here around 2017, which first I studied English for a little bit and then I went and studied at UNG. And then right the first semester that I started at UNG, I also met Boy with the Ball and started, which is the organization that I currently work for. And that's when I started volunteering with them. But then continued my journey with UNG with a political science associates and then international affairs bachelor's degree. And at the same time that I was going deeper into studying at UNG, I was also going deeper into the work of Boy with the Ball. And then eventually I started an internship with Boy with the Ball and started working part-time for them. And now I work full-time for Boy with the Ball, and graduated from UNG in 2021, around the same time that I started working part-time for Boy with the Ball. So right now I am the Love Your City director for Boy with the Ball, which Love Your City is one of the programs that we implement in Gwinnett County, but then also across the world.
You came to the United States in 2017. You started a quick associate's degree in political science, but you started briefly at Gwinnett Tech, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When you transferred to the Dahlonega campus up in 2019 and got into our international affairs program, besides being a international student, if you will, what got you interested in international affairs at the time? And perhaps most importantly, and this goes back to your initial decision to come to North Georgia in the first place, why here at UNG?
Yeah, so when I was in Brazil, when I was finishing high school in Brazil, my dream was always to work with Latin American populations, Latin American countries, Latin American people, and to be a part of like a more international scenario where I'm working with different cultures and different contexts to kind of solve problems happening on a global scale, especially in Latin America. When I ended up getting here, I found out that UNG specifically was offering an international affairs major with concentration in Latin America. And I was like, that's perfect because that's exactly what I wanted to study. UNG really stood out to me because of the focus on different regions.
You were recently named by the Alumni Association's Young Alumni Board to its 20 Under 40 class of 2024. What does that honor mean to you, Maria?
UNG always really mattered to me, and so to know that they like to be recognized by UNG, it was wonderful. Like it was very important to me not only in that aspect of like being personally connected with the mission and like wanting to see UNG grow and thrive. But then also it meant a lot to me as like professionally being recognized in that way. And also knowing that UNG is so connected to Boy with the Ball and to the mission of Boy with the Ball. The other thing that I was thinking is being recognized. In some ways, me being recognized as a 20 under 40 is like also recognition for the work that's happening in Gwinnett for young people that are being impacted. So indirectly, UNG is also recognizing that yes, young people do need to be fought for, and their dreams, they do need to reach their dreams, and like we do need people fighting for them, and Boy with the Ball does that. And so being recognized is like indirectly showing that UNG does care about young people in Gwinnett and families in Gwinnett and want to fight for them. So I was honored, but then I was also like seeing that the impact of that is not just on me, but on the work that's happening.
And let's go back quickly to your undergrad years here. How would you relate that IA degree with where you are now? And as sort of an aside to that, or in addition to that, what experiences from that program have been probably most meaningful both to you personally or professionally?
That's a great question. I think that a lot of what I learned through the international affairs degree, especially being with a concentration in Latin America, is used in my job right now because of how I am constantly interacting with families from Latin America, especially Central America. And then also we're an international organization, which means that we get to team with teams all across the world, including teams in Nicaragua and Costa Rica. But then it makes me aware of the realities happening across the world. And then who knows, one day we might start a team in Brazil or some places in Latin America. And so then the degree really helped me and equipped me for this and for what could happen in the future.
In closing, Maria, what do you have to say to our viewers, whether prospective students, current students, or former students, including some of the young people that you work with currently at Boy with the Ball?
Take advantage of everything that UNG has to offer because UNG has a lot to offer for our growth. Not just academic growth, but professional growth, personal growth, and all of those things. So those things are really great to be involved with, to be a part of. Being when you're called to be a student, especially if you're a full-time student, you're y- if you're just going to class and going home, it's a sad thing because like there's so much that could happen. Um, in terms of like who could you connect with next or how can you grow today or like things like that. So being involved with clubs and like the honors program that I was involved with, that was really beneficial and it brought community and it brought help and in growth. Being involved on being just on campus and being with people is really, really important, especially for students at the different commuter campuses like the Gainesville campus, being involved on campus, being on campus, being present and fully giving yourself to that community is really, really important. Um, for not just for your time at UNG as a student, but for just you as a human being, for your growth and things like that. So, and I highly recommend anybody that I know, not just UNG students, to be a UNG student to fully go through your degree at UNG. It's a really, really great school. And so, yeah, I'm grateful to have been a student there and to continue to be involved in different ways.
Thank you for your time and for sharing with us a little bit about both you and all about your programs.
No, thank you so much for having me, and I was honored to have received it and to have been a part of the UNG community and still to be involved. So thank you.